Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Shayla and this is my second video on YouTube. In our last video, I was working through a pattern book called A Crochet World of Creepy Creatures and Cryptids, and in that one we made Cthulhu. And today we are going to be making Nessie, which is creature number 2 in the book. In our last video, I did talk about only making Nessie in that larger size, but I found some chenille yarn at our local Dollar Tree and I was wanting to kind of test that out. It looks to be a good size for my 4mm crochet hook, which is what the pattern book does recommend for these patterns. So I'm going to try to do one in that chenille, and then I'm also going to do one in that brunette blanket as well. I will post a little picture up here somewhere showing you the Nessie within the book, and so you have an idea of what we're working towards. And then after that, I will throw in some clips of me crocheting time-lapsed, just for, to see how the process went. Also, I did have a couple of comments on my last video, which I truly appreciate. I already have recommendations for other pattern books, which I'm super excited for because I really would like to try out a bunch of different things and a bunch of different patterns and see how they work up, and hopefully help some of you guys that are looking for books and wanting to know how well they work up. And then also, if I don't list the yarn within the video, I will be more than happy to just add that in a comment. If you have any questions or you're curious about anything that I used, I am more than happy to respond to you guys. I am thoroughly enjoying all of this. I want to continue and finish this book. I do want you guys to know that as much as I love the creepy and the cryptids and the spooky and all of that stuff, if you have any recommendations for any types of patterns that you're curious about but you're not really wanting to pay for or attempt and it not turn out right, or it looks like it might be a little bit difficult for you, I am more than happy to hear you out and try those patterns out as well. I'm thoroughly enjoying this whole amigurumi journey that I'm on right now, and I would love to be able to help you guys out and see how these things crochet up, coming from someone that considers themselves a bit of an advanced beginner. But yeah, they don't have to be creepy creatures. They don't have to be any of that. It can be cute, it can be cuddly, it can be whatever. So go ahead and give me all of your ideas. I'm more than happy to show whatever you are interested in. I also will probably throw some extra videos on here and there for things like I'm coming up on needing to color my roots, and in about a week or so I'm going to have to redo my nails. I do all of that myself. If that's something you're interested in, you can go ahead and comment down below. I can throw some of those up as well. Just kind of want to have a good time here, and obviously the main focus is the crochet. But anyways, on to watching those clips of me crocheting, and we will be back here in just a second. Alright guys, we got all of our pieces made. Assembly time. Welcome back guys. I hope you enjoyed that crocheting. I also threw in there a little bit of assembly. I realized that sewing with chenille is the biggest pain in the butt ever. And the next time that I do anything with that chenille yarn, I will be getting like an acrylic or something to sew everything together so that it's not as big of a struggle for me. I don't have that struggle with the brunette blanket, and the chenille crocheted beautifully. I had zero issues with actually crocheting with it. I just really struggled with the sewing aspect there. So, on to our Nessies. They are so cute. I'm so excited. Alright, I'm going to show you the smaller one, the size that it's meant to be first, and then I will show you my larger size that my son commandeered and now is going to be his. But that's okay, I have the little one. So here is our Nessie number 1. Isn't he not the cutest dang thing ever? I just absolutely adore him. And he's in my favorite color, which is blue. But yeah, I did have a couple of little struggles with this guy. And not because of the pattern itself, I just read it wrong. When I was doing his head, there were some increases that I thought that the count was off. I thought that she was giving incorrect instructions until I read it again. And then I realized that, oh, these increases aren't spread out, they're all together. But I figured it out, pulled it all back, and was able to get it all done. So that's this little crest here for his head. So it changes from the snout to the actual head area. And then he has a lot of pieces that sewed together. He is not all one piece. He is sewn together. It's the head, and then we have this part of the body here, and then there's this back body piece, and then the tail. Those are all sewn together, and then of course the fins are all sewn on individually. I'm not the biggest fan of sewing to begin with. I'm more than happy to do it, but I will never try to sew with this chenille again. I will find a different way to do that. I will find either some acrylic yarn that matches the color to sew it on, or I will figure something else out, because it really does create a really, really cute little stuffed animal. But it took me longer probably to sew this thing together than it did to crochet the whole thing. So I will probably not be sewing with it again, but I will definitely use it again for $1.25. I didn't use even a whole skein for this thing. They are smaller skeins, but I'm thoroughly enjoying how adorable he turned out. And then for the bigger one, I did it, of course, in the brunette blanket, which is this guy here. I gave him some pink glitter eyes, and much easier to sew him together, much easier all around. But he turned out really, really cute. I'm really impressed with this book thus far. Everything is coming out exactly as shown in the book. There are a few difficulties with, not really giving exact areas as to where you place those parts to be sewn. But it's definitely, they are turning out super cute, and I'm super happy with all of these. I'm more than happy to have a collection of them for myself, and I'm more than happy to gift these because they are just absolutely perfect. I absolutely love them. Rikki did a great job writing this book, and I can't imagine anybody not just falling in love with it. Let me grab the yarns that I used for this one so that I can give you the names of the colors. Okay, for our small Nessie, I used the Premier Just Chenille, and again, this was from our Dollar Tree here, and this is the color Aqua. It is really soft. It's a beautiful yarn. Like I said, it worked up really well. The only issue I had with it was sewing. I would recommend it for projects like this. I just would recommend finding another method to sew those together once you've gotten all of the pieces made. And then for my large Nessie, I used Stormy Ocean. This is Stormy Ocean by Brunette Blanket. And I felt like, first of all, blue is my favorite color, but second of all, for something that's in the water 100% of the time, I thought it would be a really good option for my little Nessie over here. In the book, they do use a green, which is honestly really close to the varsity green that I used for my Cthulhu, but I felt like I already did green, so I wanted to try a different color. And most of the other ones I will probably do as close as possible to the book itself, but there's just a couple that I kind of was like, we need a little bit of color in here. So, but otherwise, like I said, I'm super happy with this book. I recommend it at this point. Of course, I have, 38 more to make. But with these two under my belt, I would say it's a good book. They look, not exactly, but they look, almost exactly like her pictures. I didn't really have any problems. The only problems I did have were operator error. I just did not read properly. But no, I'm absolutely stoked with these, and I am so excited for the next video because it is one of my favorite cryptids in the next video. I love me and Nessie, but the next one is one of my favorites. So If there are any questions, if there's anything you guys would like to see, if there's anything that kind of piques your curiosity, I would be more than happy to work towards getting those done whenever I finish this book. And again, if you're interested in anything like my hair coloring or my nail stuff, which I will probably post a video of my root coloring and possible hair coloring next week. And then if you guys like it, or if you're interested in seeing more, just go ahead and let me know, and I will continue to do those as well. I do my hair about once every 4 weeks, and sometimes a little bit sooner depending on how long the color lasts. This color's been lasting really well, so it's been a little bit. But with all of that said, that's what I have for you today. I'm going to throw in a couple of pictures of my lovely little creations here, and then I will see you in the next video. If this is something you're enjoying and it's something that you would like to see the rest of this series for, or if you just enjoy watching crochet and learning about new patterns, go ahead and give me a subscribe. I would love to have you here. And you guys have a lovely day. Bye!